Here we have the current stock market analysis for GEOVAX Labs Incorporated, stock ticker GOVX. Before we begin with this chart analysis, if you find these educational materials to be helpful in your trading, please remember to click the like and subscribe buttons and leave your thoughts below in the comments section so that other traders will be able to find this information more easily on the platform. So as we can see here, we have the 2-hour price chart. We're looking at a little bit of an intermediate time frame here. Overall, the share price itself had rallied quite sharply if we're looking back to the sort of middle of August here. And this is really where I think that there was a lot of renewed interest that started to be generated in this stock. For the most part, we have seen share prices start to head lower after this price high was formed. So what we're going to be doing in this video is looking at some important price levels, some important support and resistance zones, so that hopefully people can identify some profitable trading strategies for this stock going forward. So if anybody saw the prior video in the prior analysis video that I did on this stock, really what we were looking at here was a support zone that had started to form right around $4.35. That would be this area roughly here. And what we were looking at that in that video was the price rally that had occurred from roughly $1.65 all the way to $11.17. So the real question at that point was whether or not the stock was going to be able to hold those gains. If not, how much of those gains would the stock be able to hold, or were we just in store for a full retracement lower? So as we can see here, share prices did manage to form a new lower high coming in at $9.55, and then a lower low in the process, which came in at $4.35. So this is essentially the scenario that we were looking at in the prior video. And the suggestion from there was that, we really would need to see support levels hold right around, this would be roughly $3.70 in order for share prices to continue to maintain this upward rally in price valuations. So the reason that I said $3.70 specifically was that this is where the 78.6% Fibonacci retracement zone currently rests. And then in addition to that, we also have some historical support as well as exponential moving average support. So here we can see that there's a rising blue line that's coming right into contact with this area. This would be the 200 period exponential moving average. This is the 2-hour price chart. So what we're really looking at there is the moving average of the prior 200 2-hour periods. So it's a little bit difficult to say, but this is roughly the 200 period EMA. And as we can see here, this level would be expected to provide some support, which it did do. It did accomplish this for some period of time here, for a little while. But eventually, this share price broke down through this area. We fell through here, retested it from the bottom, failed here again, and then share prices did continue to move lower. So, overall, this is largely how these price levels are expected to unfold. There really is not a major surprise here because this major support zone did come in at $3.70. This was sort of the line in the sand for us as far as this stock was concerned. If we were not going to be able to hold above here, there was very little reason to believe that this prior rally was going to be able to maintain itself in any real way. So currently, what we're looking at here, is a sustained price movement lower. Currently, we're starting to try to move back into the exponential moving average cluster a bit, as we can see here. Share prices are starting to move back above this yellow line, which is the 20 period exponential moving average. Blue is 200, yellow is 20. So we're trying to move back into here at the moment, into this region at the moment, and this can give us a bit of support here if we're able to hold inside of this exponential moving average cluster. If share prices are able to convincingly break into this colorful sequence of lines here, there is then scope that we could see a period of sideways consolidation, and for a stock like this, that would be helpful because that could allow the share price to start to form a base. There's definitely no guarantee that will happen, but once the share price itself managed to sustainably move back inside of that exponential moving average cluster, what you start to expect at that point is a period of sideways consolidation. And then if the share price can stay in that zone for a long enough period of time, a very strong support level can form, and then we could start to see an eventual base form in that area. However, we're not really doing that in a convincing way at the moment. you can see that we sort of broke above here briefly above this yellow line, but now we're currently trading right back below there. And if anything, this is starting to look like a false breakout to the top side. For the most part, the stock really does behave these moving averages quite well. And as we can see here, share prices tend to find resistance as the share price tests these exponential moving averages from the bottom, and then we continue to move lower in the process. So, we do need to move back here a bit on the price chart to sort of figure out, where can we possibly move next? I mean, are we ready to form a base here? Are we ready to see another major rally? So let's sort of pull out on the longer term time frames here and try to get a sense of, where exactly share prices could likely move next. I mean, if we sort of, pull out here for the longer term, we can see that most of this upside price movement really was seen going back all the way to 2019. So, we're seeing a very, it's been a very long time at this point before we can say that we've seen any real evidence of a rally in share prices. There was some more interest in the stock during the pandemic period. As we can see here, we did start to see some price spikes back here. It's very difficult to find price spikes on this chart. I mean, it's a very difficult chart to look at because there's so much flatlining activity to the downside. But we can see that there was some renewed interest in this stock July 2020. So this is right around the pandemic period. It is then possible that there was some interest based on the fact that, maybe there would be some new, vaccine research coming out from this company. But, we can simply look at the chart history itself here to see that none of that really materialized. I mean, we really didn't see much in the way of positive developments from the fundamental perspective because none of that is being reflected in the share price itself. So currently what we're dealing with is a long-term low coming in, right around just above $1 per share. Is it possible that we could see a bounce from there again? I suppose it's possible, but I don't have much reason here to believe that share prices are going to be able to bounce off of this 165 level again, and then from there, you're really looking at a test of around 110. If the share price breaks below there, now you're dealing with a penny stock, and this just becomes a very difficult situation for bullish traders to start to trade from the long side. So here's the current stock market update for GEOVAX Labs Incorporated, stock ticker GOVX. Our high value trading strategies membership is currently available for a limited time for only $9.99 per month. These high conviction investment strategies are characterized by superior risk to reward metrics that target massive market beating returns over time. Join now to outperform the market. Lock in this special introductory rate of just $9.99 per month for the entire lifetime of your membership and start trading stocks with the pros.